And we got River, a little flashback from her kindergarten, preschool days. I know they mentioned the planet name. Oh. Whoa. Oh, fuck. That was good. I was about to say, never saw images quite like that disturbing in the series. Jane, you got enough to share for everyone, baby? So really no evolution of Jane's character in relation to the Tam siblings, specifically River, of course. Taking it on himself. And I'm sure Summer, the actor of River, loved having more of those shots in the movie. Showing off her acrobats. Huh? Door's locked. River locked the door?
Jane's down.
What did River do? I almost kind of feel like it wasn't her. I have this weird suspicion. Okay, never mind. Freaky as well. River's gaze is, you know, very piercing.
It's gonna be
Okay. She must have been triggered again with a subliminal cute commercial. I don't know how and where.
I do not like her there.
Check the shuttle, she could have snuck in.
Captain.
Nice throw and catch. Definitely enjoying some of like the longer shots that the budget allows. Not that that one was very long, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Eyes in the back of her head. We've already seen her do no-look shots.
Government's man, he says you're a danger to us. Not worth helping.
You're kind of proving it.
Is he right?
Yeah.
Are you anything but a weapon? Stake my crew's life on the theory you're a person. Actual and whole. And if I'm wrong, you best shoot me now. Or we could talk more.
Miranda.
Oh, it's the planet name. Okay.
How can it be there's a whole planet called Miranda and none of us know that?
Because there
Yeah.
isn't one. It's a black rock. Uninhabitable.
I had to.
So?
I didn't know if you were gonna make me sleep.
Oh, so she kind of knew what she was doing.
Wait a tick,
Yeah.
Some years back, there was call for workers to settle on Miranda.
But there's nothing about it on the cortex. History, astronomy, it's not in there.
Half of writing history is hiding the truth.
Mm.
There's something on that rock the Alliance doesn't want known.
Yeah, I mean, no atmosphere, of course. Terraforming
This is
didn't
us
hold.
at Haven. And here's Miranda. All along here, that empty space in between. That's Reaver territory.
They
Yeah,
just float
yeah.
out there, sending out raiding parties.
Nobody ventures there. Not even the Alliance. You go through that, you're signing up to be a banquet.
I'm on
I just
board
love-
with our standard run and hide scenario, and we are just about. Wait.
I love getting, you know, more insight on the geography, quote unquote, of the solar system and what's going on. Is this Miranda? I thought it didn't have an atmosphere.
Gotta look like Reavers. Wasn't.
Oh, wait, this is back on Book's place. Oh no. Sorry guys, I gotta adjust the location of the monitor, I apologize.
Shepard!
Oh no. Oh no. God. Not Reavers, is it? Whoa, what a shot. Did Joss... Here he is, okay. Gotta ask, did Josh direct this as well?
Shepard?
Oh, man.
Don't move.
Won't go far.
The mine should have hit us. Should have hit me.
Oh, man.
It crossed my mind.
Oh, no. Oh, don't tell me we
shot
lose
him
Book.
down.
Yeah. I see.
Okay, so this is Alliance work, right?
Not very Christian of me.
Oh,
You did what's right.
oh, no. No, no, no.
I'm long gone.
Doc will bring you around. I look to be bored by many more sermons before you slip. Just don't move.
Can't
Where's
order me
Simon?
around, boy. Not one of your crew.
Not anymore, I guess.
Yes, you are.
Mm,
River.
that's...
Come on!
I don't care what you believe.
Tell me River's good. Say something about River that's good.
Whatever.
No. God, take that fucking long? Not that Simon probably could have done anything.
How come they ain't waiting?
That's a good
They
question.
knew we was coming. How come they only sent one?
They didn't know we were coming here. Get on the Cortex. Wave Lee Chen, the Sanchez brothers, anyone who's ever sheltered us after a heist. Tell them to get out. Get out now!
They're just hitting anywhere they've ever been. Oh no. All this debt that they're gonna leave in their wake.
You should have taken my offer. Or did you think none of this was your fault?
I don't murder children.
I do.
Oh.
If I have to.
Do you even know why they sent you?
I believe in something greater than myself. A world without sin.
So me and mine gotta lay down and die so you can live in your better world?
I'm not going to live there. There's no place for me there, any more than there is for you. Malcolm, I'm a monster. What I
Makes
do
yourself
is evil.
aware.
I have no illusions about it, but it must be done.
Get these bodies together.
We got time for grave digging?
Zoe, you and Simon are gonna rope them together. 5 or 6 of them. I want them laid out on the nose of our ship.
Are you insane? I'm not
Kaylee?
gonna bring these bodies.
I don't understand. What do you mean the bodies?
I want you to muck up the reactor core. Just enough to leave a trail and make it read like we're flying with our containment. Not enough to fry us.
These people are our
Kaylee,
friends.
you got a day's work to do and 2 hours to do it. Jane, you and Wash, hoist up the cannon mount. Goes right on top. Piece or 2 of the other ships, stick it on. Any place you can tear hull without inner breach, do that too. We're gonna need
What's
paint.
going on?
We're gonna need red paint.
He's definitely
Sir?
some type of.
You really mean to turn our home into an abomination so that we can make a suicidal attempt at passing through Reaver space?
I mean,
Oh.
I mean for us to live. The Alliance won't have that, so we go within on follow.
God's balls, there ain't no way we're
Now,
going
think
out
about what
there.
you're asking.
There was the level of savage reavers that will eat us alive.
This is how it is. Anybody doesn't want to fly with me anymore, this is your port of harbor. I mean to confound these bungers. Take my shot at getting to Miranda. Maybe find something I can use to get clear of this. So I hear a word out of any of you that ain't helping me out or taking your leave, I will shoot you down.
Damn, Mal.
Get to
What a
work.
what a crazy plan. And all for you, River. Look at that. Oh my god. Desecrating bodies, desecrating the Serenity. Oh man. Oh man, my baby. My precious baby. Kaylee's precious baby. Wow. Not think this was gonna happen. Didn't see this coming. He has all the reason in the world to turn Kaylee in. He's doing this instead. He had all the reason in the world to leave Kaylee back on that other planet where she went, jujitsu on everyone. He didn't do that. Interesting, interesting. Whoa. It reminds me of a level of Star Fox 64. Anyone ever play that game?
Hold A to charge your laser. Enemy robot. Dead ahead.
Yeah. Why would anyone still go in here? Like, why are there even still ships to, like, reeve? Damn. Wow. Yeah, the visuals obviously are so much better in the movie. And I was always complimentary to the visuals in the series for being 2002. But of course, this is next level. Alright, they're through it. They're through it. That doesn't look like a black rock. That's Miranda?
It might be a beacon, but it's awful weak. Find it.
So they're...
Gravity's Earth norm.
Okay, but they're in
Pressure level
suits.
Check. Pressure.
Okay, so you can take, yeah, the suits were just a precaution. Totally understand that.
Well, something sure the hell ain't right.
Oh!
See no
Okay.
settlement.
We flew
There's
over
plenty
a
of-
dozen cities just as big. Why didn't we ever hear about this?
There's like, yeah, there's plenty of settlement there. Man-made
Beacons up
structures,
ahead.
cities, but like nobody's home? That's eerie. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ho!
I always loved River's wardrobe. I've never mentioned that before, but thought I'd mention it now. Uh-oh. Well, it's good. Is that gonna be another trigger for River? And what was that? And Kaylee, I also don't like you being read up by the glass. Yeah.
Kaylee, don't.
What are they doing? What's everybody doing?
They didn't fall. None of them. They just lay down.
Make them stop. They're everywhere. Every city, every house, every room, they're all inside me. I can hear them all. They're saying nothing. Get up. Please get up.
Wow.
Please, God, make me a stone.
Love this spinning
She's starting
shot.
to damage my calm.
Jane.
She's right. Everybody's dead.
Okay. I mean, I always loved River's acting. You know, I thought she had some of the best moments in the series. But she's taken it another level up in the movie. Like, bravo. Bravo, Summer.
This is the source.
Okay, she just knew how to do that.
These are just a few of the images we've recorded. It isn't what we thought.
Sarah Paulson.
There's been no war here.
No terraforming event. I don't
It's the
get it.
Pax. The G23 Paxilon hydrochloride that we added to the air process. It was supposed to calm the population, weed out aggression. Well, it works. The people here stopped fighting. And then they stopped everything else. There's 30 million people here, and they all just let themselves die.
Here.
I have to be quick. About 0.1% of the population had the opposite reaction to the Pax. Their aggressor response increased beyond madness.
Was
They
this
have
like
become-
Reavers? Like, is
They
it? Was this
killed
the?
most of us.
This the
Enough to
inception of the Reavers? Because of this whatever? This Pax?
Reavers. They made them.
I won't live to report
Ah!
this. But people have to know. We meant it for the best.
Turn that up now. Yeah, I'm with Jane. I'm with the man they call Jane. Didn't realize my collar was popped. Sorry. I'm not trying to make a fashion statement. That's River's job. And Kaylee. I like her shirt.
Parliament buried it, and it stayed buried till River dug it up. This is what they feared she knew, and they were right to fear.
Oh, duh.
There's a whole universe of folk who are gonna know it too.
Because everyone knows about Reavers,
Somebody has to speak for these people.
but they don't know that the government kind of created them. Or did. I shouldn't say kind
We're on
of.
this boat for different reasons, but you all come to the same place. So now I'm asking more of you than I had before. As sure as I know anything, I know this. They will try again. Maybe on another world, maybe on this very ground swept clean. A year from now, 10, they'll swing back to the belief that they can make people better.
Make people
And I do not hold to that.
subservient.
So no more running.
Great shot with the lighting. Great lighting.
I aim to misbehave.
Shipper Book used to tell me, kid, do something smart. Do something right.
Do we have a plan? Mr. Universe, we haven't the equipment to Broadwave this code, but he can put it on every screen for 30 worlds.
We still got the Reavers and probably the alliance between us and him.
They're gonna see this coming.
No, they're not gonna see this coming.
Because they don't still know where Serenity has gone.
From here to the eyes and the ears of the verse. That's my motto.
You'll let us know if anyone else comes at you.
You'll be the first.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. I wasn't a fan of his character anyways.
Calling every ship.
Where do I know the
We'll meet
actor?
them in the air.
I'm pretty sure Mal knew that was all gonna happen. That's part of the plan. Ooh, look at those pincers. That's kind of a badass ship, not gonna lie. You can't tell he's there. You don't have any proximity sensors or whatever. Oh, all right. Okay, I always thought Serenity didn't have any guns, but I guess they just have that one cannon.
Reading activity in the cloud.
Lock on fire in my command. Sir.
Mal's got something up his sleeve. I can't wait to see what it is. You don't find that suspicious?
Sir?
Whoa! Bringing all the Reaver army with them? What is that what that is?
Target
yeah.
buildings. Target everyone. Somebody fire!
Hard to tell the good guys from the bad. Here comes a big one.
How did they get them to do that? Woo! Woo! Oh, I love this. Love this. Oh. They never strap themselves down. One tiny criticism. You are a leaf on the wind. Woo! Baby! Oh, wow.
Chickens come home to roost.
The hell? It's okay. I'm a leaf on the wind.
But through to where? They can't go to Mr. Universe now.
No. Yes. No. Yes.
Huh? That one chasing them, or? Woo! Baby. How did they get the Reavers to agree to this? Or did they? Or I'm still confused with that aspect of the situation. Okay. Ooh. Those tow cables are pretty sweet. So yeah, is this ship still chasing Serenity or just with them? Okay, now they're strapping themselves in. Strap yourselves in. Oh, Jane was checking them? Oh, that's really nice of him. Oh, no, no, Jane! Oh, oh, oh! Going unconscious by the G's.
Backup reaches 20%. Can you get us down?
I'm gonna have to glide her in.
Wouldn't that make you kind of like a sitting duck? Oh, okay. Runway's right here. Oh! God, this is nuts. I love it. But God, poor Serenity. She can fly after this. No! There goes one of the engines. No! Oh, I jinxed that incredibly. Oh no, poor baby. As we say, Serenity's a character just as much as any of the crew.
Watch out.
Ah! 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 What?
We gotta move. Baby, please. You gotta move, baby. Come on. Come on.
No, no, no! Why?
Go, go!
Not what? Oh, and Zoe still has it together. What? I really I didn't think anyone was gonna really die just because, I don't know, maybe wishful thinking of wanting to make another movie or another series someday. No, I still can't. I'm still in shock.
This is a good hold point.
We all stay together.
No, they have to come through here. They'll bottleneck, we can thin them out. We get pushed back.
How are you
There's the
still?
blast doors.
I can make
God,
'em
you
so
are
they reopen once
stone
they close.
cold.
Then shut him and hide until I
In
We
a
need to
good
draw
way.
until it's done. We'll buy you the time.
Zoe doesn't care about living anymore, I don't think.
Where's Wash?
He ain't coming.
I am not okay right now. Still amazed at how cool, calm, and collected Zoe's being. I feel like all she wants is revenge.
Zoe, are you here?
To the job, sir.
We hold. Hold till I get back.
I mean, why doesn't River at least go with Mal? I don't know. So this is still Mr. Universe's place. It's just he was able to get over to her.
Mal, guy killed me, Mal. He killed me with a sword. They destroyed my equipment. They have a backup unit. Bottom of the complex, right over the generator.
Jay and I take the first wave. Nobody shoots unless they get past our fire.
I didn't plan on going out like this.
I just wanted to keep River safe. Spent so much time on Serenity, ignoring anything that I wanted for myself.
Are we gonna get something finally? Come on.
My one regret in all of this is never being with you.
With me?
Okay.
You mean to say as sex?
I mean to say.
At least kiss her. Come on, at least kiss. Kiss!
Hell with this. I'm gonna live.
Alright. They better kiss by the end of this. Or I'm gonna be pissed. Come on, Mel. Whoa. Whoa. Come on, Zoe. Fuck. Come on, Zoe. Don't be dumb. No.
Zoe, get your ass back on the line!
Yeah, seriously. No. Oh. What kind of thing was Nar shooting? It looked like. Ow. Oh. Ah, this dick.
I haven't made you angry, have I?
There are a lot of innocent people in the air being killed right now.
You have no idea how true that is. I know the secret. The truth that burned up Riverchan's brain. The rest of the verse is gonna know it too. Because they need to.
Do you really believe that?
I do.
You're willing to die for that belief?
I am.
Yep. Just figured he was gonna say that. Nice. Quick draw.
Of course, that ain't exactly plan A.
This is not a great plan B whatsoever. I really like Nara's gun. Zoe. Okay, Simon. Not that you have your medkit with you, I don't think.
Just give me a bandage.
This is giving me like GoldenEye vibes, like Trevelyan and Cradle and only inside a silo. Just another scene. Come on, Kaylee. Oh, no, not Jane. You need Jane. No! Oh, God. Dropping. Yeah. Kaylee, good. Oh, no.
Jane, grenade.
Very last one.
Good thing you tossed it through that hole correctly.
They're gonna get in.
I can close it from the outside.
No one's coming back.
No.
When they come, try to plug the hole in.
I'm starting to lose some feeling here.
Lie still. I'm gonna give you something.
Oh, no.
My
This
bag.
kid back there. Oh!
Keep pressure here.
My bag. I need
But it's beyond the door.
and a shot of Calivar for Kaylee.
Oh,
River.
no. River, you gotta go get the bag.
River, I'm sorry.
No.
You gotta go get the bag.
I hate to leave.
He won't. You take care of me, Simon.
I'll take care of you.
Always taking care of me. My turn.
Yeah. Yeah, River! Oh no! Oh no! Oh. This movie! You and your fucking swords. Mel has a little bit of experience with sword play. Just a little bit.
Well, I'm alright.
No.
Do you know what your sin is?
Don't tell me.
Oh, hell. I'm a fan of all 7.
Oh, he is stabbed.
Right now, I'm gonna have to go with Rat.
Oh, come on. Oh.
We ain't got long.
Can they get through that door? Seems like a blast door.
I suppose he got through.
He got through.
Not yet.
I'm sorry.
What did you just do to him?
You've done a remarkable thing, but you're fighting a
What did
war.
what did you just do to him?
You've already lost.
Didn't work. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Break those bones.
Piece of shrapnel tore up that nerve cluster my first tour.
Oh.
Moved. I ain't gonna kill you.
You gonna let the Reavers do it in some way?
I'm gonna grant your greatest wish. I'm gonna
She
show
didn't
you
even
a
drop
world
that.
without sin.
Wow.
The environment is stable. It's the Pax. It was supposed to calm the population.
She's still fighting. Oh, fuck yeah. The lighting is great in this shot too. Who shot that thing through the wall?
It's done. River?
Yeah! Woo! The Alliance. Whoa, look at Mal's eye.
Do we have a kill order? Do we have an order?
He can't speak, right? Or was I wrong about that?
Stand down.
Okay.
Stand down. It's finished.
Secret's out.
We're finished.
Secret's out. Mal's eye looks really cool right there. Not gonna lie. Wow. I want to say speechless, but this is a reaction channel. I don't want to be speechless for that long. I feel speechless. And there's Shepard. I could see Book going, wash. I could see River going at the end. Obviously, I'm glad she didn't. Oh, Zoe. She looks beautiful. Oh, there's dinosaurs in the background. Okay. Nice. Ah, some happiness. Some happiness.
It's not over, you know. I can't guarantee that they won't come after you.
Your broad wave about Miranda has weakened their regime. They are not gone, and they are not forgiving.
That don't bode especially well for you, giving the order to let us go.
Okay.
I told them the Tams were no longer a threat. Damage done. They might
True.
listen, but I think they know I'm no longer their man.
Got it. Alright,
Take
alright.
you down.
Guess I can't hate this guy at the end of the day. Just find the ship.
Think she'll hold together?
She's tore up plenty, but she'll fly true.
Make sure everything's secure. Ready to get off this heat? Back to civilized life?
Let's see. Does she want to stay?
I don't know.
Alright, Mal's gonna drive. Yeah, I guess that was a dumb question. Of course he knows how to drive his own ship.
So, you gonna ride shotgun with me, help me fly?
That's the plan.
Hey!
Okay. Clearly some aptitude for it. It ain't all buds and charts, little albatross. You know what the first rule of flying is? Well, I suppose you do, since you already know what I'm about to say.
I do.
Huh.
But I like to hear you say it.
Love. You learn all the math in the verse. If you take a boat in the air that you don't love, she'll shake you off just as sure as a turn in the world. Love keeps her in the air when she ought to fall down. Tells you she's rooting for Shakeen's. Makes her home.
What was that?
So finally, I have come to the end of my Firefly journey, and I cannot be more torn up about it. It was such an amazing series in general, including the movie. And yeah, this outro is going to be very rambling. I have so much to say about, let's just stick with the movie specifically for now. The first thing that I want to express is how the movie, I guess surprisingly so, tied up the series pretty darn well. Everyone kept me blind to the movie, all of my supporters on Patreon and YouTube, which I'm very happy about. And I don't know, I guess, once again, I predicted that the plot would be self-contained, sure, because, like I said at the intro, people discover this movie and it's able to stand on its own. But because of that line of thinking, I didn't really think it was going to tie up something that the series left hanging so much. I thought it was going to be maybe there was a new threat and this and that. But what have I feel like I've expressed enough that the main throughput through most of the series has been River. And it goes... It makes reasonable sense that the movie would continue that arc and basically end it in a very satisfactory way. Now, there aren't loose threads where the lines could still be coming after River, but we've got the answer of what really, really, truly why they were chasing her so intently. Back in episode 14, I figured it was because she was a psychic, and maybe that's much more rare, infinitely more rare than just being a genius in the solar system, and that's the sole reason they were trying to capture her. But no, it's because of what she psychically might have gleaned from all of the parliamentary members in the room or whatever. Yeah, so that was a very satisfying reveal. And then to tie it in with the Reaver's inception was, I thought, a brilliant piece of writing. I imagine before the show was canceled, Joss had that storyline already in his head, and he was probably going to do it in season 2, whatever. Didn't get that chance, so I'm glad he got the chance to do it in the movie. And once again, I thought it was a great tie-up to the series, which I didn't really expect. So that... I love that so much. So, yeah, I'm really happy about that. So let's go from the beginning here a little bit. I did love the beginning of this movie, how the exposition at the very beginning was even deeper than the exposition that we got in many of the episodes. And then it went into the teacher saying it, so it didn't feel contrived either. Like, it's just, oh, here's some exposition. It's like, no, this teacher's saying it to her classroom of young students. And then the transition from her talking to River and kind of going like this, and us jumping forward in time to River being tortured in a lion stronghold, whatever. So we got that new visual, that new setting that we've always been able to quasi-picture from the series, I think we might have got flashes and glimpses. We did flashes and glimpses of her being in a chair, probed up, whatnot. But this was obviously a much larger view into that horrific world, River's horrific world, in those events. And then Simon being there, I probably should have known the second I saw Simon that he was there undercover and whatnot. It took me a couple of seconds though, maybe 30. I was like, oh, he must be undercover and whatnot. And so, yeah, love that. Loved him breaking River out. And then when they're going up the shaft, the elevator shaft, getting hoisted up into their getaway ship, they cut there. So another really nice transition. The beginning of the movie had several nice transitions back to back. We transitioned to meeting the operative, I believe was his title, and I said I called him, oh God, Morpheus, and which is not true. That's not that actor. It's a different actor from 12 Years a Slave and whatnot. So apologize for that mistake. But yeah, so we get an introduction to this movie's nemesis, and I guess I'll talk about him a little more in a little while when we're further through the plot here. And I don't mean to go through and talk about like plot after plot, but like as I do it, I talk about my feelings of each. So this, I don't know how else to do it. So I apologize if this is not like the kind of narrative you want from an outro, but I don't know how else to do it. So I'm going to keep going. We get Mal using River as using her psychic abilities to help them on a job, which I question, is this the first time that she was ever asked to do this by Mal? I believe so. Obviously Simon is he has a lot of trepidation with it, and she does help, and then in more ways than one, make sure that the guy from Always Sunny doesn't take his gun up, and then also is able to see that the Reavers are fast approaching. So yeah, the mission doesn't go as planned. No one dies. They get out. They get their bounty, but of course Simon is pissed, and he punches Mal, which like I never thought I'd ever see that. And I mentioned in the intermission that Simon, he seems to be the most different from his serious character, and once again, that's not a criticism. I think he's just a little more evolved, and maybe enough time has passed to where he's able to stand up to Mal more. And of course, the catalyst is of Mal promising that River's going to be okay in his Mal way, he quasi promises, and of course, she wasn't safe at the end, and Simon's pissed, so he punches Mal, which was great to see. I thought. Yeah, and then see what is next. So I'll say right now that up to this point, I was really loving the movie. I think the beginning and the end were the strongest parts of the movie. The middle dragged just a tiny bit. Drag might not even be the right term, but the next scene or the next couple of scenes I thought were I was a little less excited about them. And so now we have Simon saying, okay, he and River are off Serenity at our next docking, and we get the scene where River does jujitsu on everyone in that club or that seedy bar, or whatever you want to call it, because she got subliminally triggered by this happy-go-lucky commercial. And I thought some of the choreography was cool, definitely. I thought it dragged on a little bit too much. They were pushing River's prowess as this karate master a little too much. It kind of comes out of nowhere. And, at the time, I was confused at whether, like, she was doing it because she saw that the deal that Mal was trying to make was going downhill. That's a dumb thought. Like, why would she do that? She was definitely triggered. But I was just kind of confused about all of it. And in my confusion, I felt like the scene, I couldn't enjoy the scene as much, maybe. But yeah, and then Mal, I questioned this already in the intermission, he has all the reason in the world to leave River behind, because that was already the plan, and now he sees how much even more dangerous she is, and he was worried about that already. So it's taking her back on the ship is a question mark for me why he did that, and we can just maybe chalk it up to like Mal being Mal, being righteous, and even then taking care of his crew, because it really was Simon who said we're getting off. Mal didn't say you guys had to get off, I don't believe. So now they're back on the ship, and there's all this question about River being a weapon, and her, we got the subliminal message. They learned that from Mr. Universe, whose character was like whatever to me. So yeah, just like a lot of strife with Mal wondering what to do with River. They lock her in a stronghold, handcuffed her to the ground. I thought was a little excessive and whatnot. But then they get to where Book is, the Haven, I want to say it's called. And seeing Book again was amazing. I liked his new hairdo, definitely. And the little bit of dialogue he had was great. So at this point, I guess I forgot to mention that they do learn from Mr. Universe that River whispers the name Miranda. But then they get the type beam message from Inara. Type beam is just a little phrase I'm stealing from The Expanse. But they get the message from Inara, and they know it's a trap. But Mal still goes, which is another kind of question mark to me. We're still kind of in the middle, where I feel like the middle of the movie is weakest because of, I wouldn't say they're like massive writing flaws at all. It's just a little like, and then he meets the operative, and I'll talk about him a little more. I don't think he's my favorite nemesis of all time, if we're looking at all of the nemesis that we have to choose from all 14 episodes of the series. He's all right. He's fine. He's a little annoying, actually, sometimes the way he talked. Like, he was so utterly righteous. So, yeah, found him a little annoying at times. Love that Nara used whatever incense she lit to blow them up, and they were able to get away. I knew she was doing something when she was fiddling with the incense. She's like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, Mal, I'm praying for you." Great line. And the dialogue up to this point and throughout, I don't know where to put this. Like, it's so good. It's still very, very, very good. And the quality does not drop whatsoever. But then we get the scene with Mal being pissed at Inara, which I still don't get. I wish we had a little more reconciliation about that scene. I know we have the scene with them at the end, so there's like reconciliation somewhat of the characters, but like Mal being pissed was kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I guess once again you can say it's Mal being Mal, but so be it. So Miranda is at the edge of the solar system with all of these Reavers in between them and Miranda. They land back on the Haven, and they see that it's been blasted by the Alliance. We get Book's death. So sad. That one I could see coming, definitely. If you're going to have to kill off a character, it'd probably be Book. But yeah, still very sad. And now I think we start getting back up to the end or the last third of the movie, which I thought was all just amazing. Starting with Mal's plan to disguise Serenity as a Reaver ship, which was crazy. And to see my baby like that was really jarring. And I didn't like it in a way, but in another way, it did look pretty badass, and they did a good job with the decorations and the spikes and the dead people in the front, and the one supposedly dead person on the gunship, on the cannon on top, I should say. And yeah, they get through, and then the scenes on Miranda were also really eerie and amazing. The direction, i.e. the directorship of that scene really stood out, especially when we were circling around River and Simon. And like I mentioned in the reaction, River's acting has just gone, up an entire notch. It was already very good from the series, but it just she rocked it up another level, which is great to see. And I'll just take this opportunity to talk about the directing in general, where we get a lot more long shots, which I really loved. And I mentioned that was all of these set pieces, the main dock, the hallway, the bridge, the kitchen, was all that connected during the series, and they just didn't have the budget for the camera work to go through them? I'm guessing that's it, but you guys let me know. So ultimately, the directing was like very good, and they definitely used their budget in this movie. There were some scenes where the lighting was like, mwah, amazing. So I just felt this was a good time to talk about the directing in general because of that river scene. Got some Sarah Paulson, who I loved in the little broadcast, explaining the big reveal that it was the government, the Alliance, that caused the inception of the Reavers. So that's crazy news, crazy twist, which I loved. You know, the Firefly is known for having their twists, but definitely never saw that one coming. And this ties into how I said at the beginning of the outro, that the movie really ties the series up pretty well. And this is one of the big reasons, is the Reavers and where they came from, because they were a pretty big nemesis in the series. They were always kind of looming, not mentioned every episode, but you know what I mean. It's for all the nemesis that the crew had, most were geared towards River specifically, but the Reavers, everyone knows the Reavers. You know, like Simon said, I think in the very first episode, like I've heard about them in campfire stories. You know, they're mythic. They're everyone, you know, they're the thing of nightmares, right? Check on your bed, in your closet, and all children know them, but no one knows their origin. And now we do as an audience, which is just amazing. And basically the rest of the movie is geared towards letting the entire solar system know this horrible truth that the Alliance has been trying to cover up for 12 years, I guess. They said that that transmission was 12 years old, so it's 12 plus, however much it took for the Pax to create that atmosphere and create the Reavers. So, yeah, where do we go from here? So, Mr. Universe agrees to broadcast this message about the origin of the Reavers. And we saw that he was being coerced by the Alliance, and the operative was already there, and he was setting up a trap for Mal. And I figured that Mal knew that, but I have to, you know, after watching the entire movie, I have to conclude that he didn't, because when he walked into Mr. Universe's big room with all of his monitors and everything's destroyed, he's like, no. So I guess I'm a little disappointed in Mal there, not thinking that was going to be the case. I don't know. Can you argue that he knew something was going to be up because of what happens next, which also confused me, and it was amazing. I'm talking about the big space flight. Serenity's going back through Reaver territory, and then they shoot a Reaver ship. So, you know, I guess maybe they just provoked the Reaver fleet to follow them and chase them. Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know why. It seems a little obvious to me now, but that's probably it. And of course, the Alliance and the operative, their fleet, didn't expect that. So when we get, of course, such an amazing, I'll call it space battle, even though the Serenity was just evading and swooping and sweeping through all the ships and all the debris. But yeah, amazing battle, amazing visuals. Like, once again, the budget for this movie, you can see, is so much higher than the episodes. I've said it multiple times now, but this was the pinnacle of it, this scene. And I loved it. I thought it looked better than some battle scenes in space that I've seen, even filmed after this. So yeah, really good use of their budget. And then we come to easily the most surprising and most tragic part of the movie. They crash land, and just like that, you impale Wash with this massive spike, and he's dead right away. He doesn't even get a word out. What, like, I can't believe that. I can't believe they made that decision. You know, I said at some point in the reaction where I didn't think any of our main characters were going to die after book, because, you know, maybe they were holding out hope even at this point, 2005, that maybe if the movie was this successful, just how the movie was created because of the success of the show, i.e. DVD sales, maybe the movie being so good would then curate more seasons. And so for that still maybe to be a possibility, maybe Joss realized it wasn't, but I feel like it always can be. For them to kill Wash was like so surprising, so out of left field. I can't believe it. And in the way they did it, so unceremoniously, no last words to Zoe, which I get. If he was able to talk after this, going through, like, that would have been extremely unrealistic. So if you're going to kill him with a massive spike through his fucking sternum, then yeah, I'm sorry, you're not going to get any last words out of him. But God, so utterly tragic. And then Zoe's stoicness after the fact, which was like amazing to see. I mean, we all know that Zoe is like, stone cold, hard, a biatch, as Kaylee likes to say. And of course, I mean that with the utmost respect. Like, to see her still maintain it completely and not even break. Besides, I guess you could argue she acts stupidly to go in front of Jane and attack the Reavers dead on, but not break from like an emotional standpoint. She still has that militaristic mindset that is unshakable. So yeah, that was crazy to witness. And then we get the gunfight with the Reavers coming in. Zoe acts a fool a little bit, gets herself sliced in the back, and then Kaylee gets the darts in the neck, and then Simon gets shot, and it's like, after like, God, stop, make this movie stop. And then River saying, you've always taken care of me, my turn, and her jumping through the door, throwing the med kit back. I thought she was dead. I thought that would have been a very satisfying way to conclude River Tam's story. I felt something similar in episode 14. That her going away with the bounty hunter and leaving them all behind, so they're not being chased by the Alliance, would have been a very satisfying way to end River Tam's story. But they didn't do it in either case. That scene where River is standing there when the doors open back up, so utterly badass. I don't even care if it's like semi-unrealistic that River could take on all those Reavers at once. I don't. Like, the shot of her like whooshing around with the weapon and kicking and punching, and it's circling, and the lighting going in and out, like, that's such a great touch. There's that one shot where she went like behind her, and like, oh, I loved it. But let's jump to Mal and the operative, which when I did have a feeling or two when they cut to Mal and the operative fighting and cut away from the rest of the crew with the Reaver situation, I was like, oh no, well, let's stay with that. That's slightly more interesting right now. I'm slightly less interested than the Mal and operative confrontation. Not gonna lie. Them, the choreography of them on the chains and punching, kicking, it was fine. It was fine. Mal getting stabbed and still being okay, I mean, I guess that was whatever. I'm a little confused with when he said like those nerve endings were moved. Was he talking about not just Was he talking about the sword? One. I know he was talking about whatever the operative did to him at the end. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, you guys have to explain that to me anatomically, physiologically, I guess. Don't really get it. But yeah, Mal had some nerve endings moved from his first tour, and whatever the operative tried to do to him, he did to the operative. I guess it had to do something with cracking bones, or I don't know. That all that stuff was fine. All that stuff was fine. The real heart and emotion of the movie was the scenes with the rest of the crew and the Reavers. Definitely. Then the broadcast goes out. We go back to River, seeing River's amazing shot, and then the operative saying, "Hey, the broadcast is out. Stand down. There's no point. River Tam is not a threat to us anymore because what we were trying to prevent, we failed to prevent." So I guess I can't hate the operative too much. Like I said, he's not my favorite villain in this universe. But yeah, he was okay at the end. Another part of the story of the movie that was fine. That was fine. But those ending scenes, with Wash's grave and Book's grave, like, oh my God. And Zoe's dress, like, she looks so beautiful. And we get scenes with the Simon and Kaylee finally getting together, so that was amazing. And man, imagine if we never even got the movie, we would never get that. So thank God we got the movie just for that. And then River looking up from the ceiling hole. That's just Firefly for you. That's their brand of comedy. And then we end with the River and Mal scene, which is definitely fitting. You see the poster of this movie. It's River and Mal basically encompassing all of it or most of it. So them having that scene at the end together makes a lot of sense. So I guess River's his new pilot. I didn't expect that. So overall, do I want to rate this movie? I don't usually do that. I'll give the movie an 8.5 out of 10, just off the top of my head. Like, very, very good. And I could be convinced into a 9 out of 10. I definitely could. It was everything I wanted it to be without knowing what I wanted, if that makes sense. I'll say it one more time. It wrapped up the series really well. I can see how this movie can stand on its own. But, of course, watching the first 14 episodes gives the movie just that much more depth. The way they handled that, to be able to stand on its own and yet give people who watch the 14 episodes a movie that they could sink their teeth into and was satisfying from the finale of all that, if that makes any sense. I thought that was really well balanced, and that's hard to do from a writing standpoint. So, I commend the writers, I commend the directors, and of course the acting by everyone was as top-notch as it's always been. I think Rivers was even better. I like Simon's evolution. I guess from that standpoint, from just like a character and dialogue standpoint, the thing I'm most disappointed about is Wash, and it's not Alan's fault at all. I just didn't think he had as much witty dialogue written for him in this movie, so that's a disappointment. And not to mention the way he goes out, which that's not a criticism of the movie, his death, because it was like such a gut punch. And as I think about this movie years to come, I imagine that moment's going to be the one I think about the most. And I'll have to go back and watch my reaction, but it's probably the most visceral reaction I've ever had to anything Firefly. So, no, I'm not criticizing the movie for doing that. It's just, I guess Wash's arc was maybe the only disappointing thing from like a character perspective, if that makes any sense. Oh, God, I feel like I could go on forever, everyone. If you're seeing this on Patreon, you know that I'm going to have a ranking video coming out soon ranking the episodes. I don't know if I'll slot the movie in to the episode ranking. I don't think I'm going to do that. I feel like that's going to be weird. If you're watching this on YouTube, the ranking video probably has already come out. So, yeah, you guys have enjoyed that then. And because of that, then I won't slot the movie, right? So, all right, guys, I've definitely lost the thread here, so I'm just going to cut it. I want to thank everyone for watching this with me here on YouTube. If you are not yet subscribed, like I said at the beginning, please really consider doing so. It helps out the channel so much. I know everyone says that, but that is so much more true for a channel as small as mine. Also, leave a like, leave a comment down below, letting me know not only what you thought of the movie, but of my reaction to it. All right, everyone. Catch you all in the next reaction.